Game franchises can sometimes struggle when changing developers. Gears of War Judgment, Halo 5, and even though it's not out yet, it's strikingly obvious that Metal Gear Survive just isn't going to live up to the Kojima Productions standards. It's rare when a developer can take an established franchise and make it even better. This has happened twice throughout Fallout's history. Its transference from Interplay to Bethesda, then Obsidian's crack at the acclaimed post-apocalyptic series with Fallout New Vegas. Fallout 3 is largely considered to be the best entry in the series, but New Vegas has a diehard following that considers it to be the greatest of them all. One of New Vegas' most defining features is its open-endedness. The quests of New Vegas feel like they have a ton of different ways to complete them, from a complete botch to overwhelming success. One of the game's greatest examples of its open-endedness is the Come Fly With Me quest, which tasks the player to find a ghoul cult, clear out an underground bunker of Nightkin, and then help said ghoul cult achieve their great journey via rocket ships. From beginning to end, the player can decide the fate of every party involved. The player can exterminate the Nightkin, clearing the way for the ghouls, or the player can help the Nightkin and resolve the situation peacefully, except that requires getting past a rogue ghoul who won't let the player pass unless he or she helps them. Regardless of how the situation is resolved, a new one appears. It's time to activate the rocket ships. The player can humor the ghoul cult and try to send them on their great journey, or sabotage the rockets, causing them to crash. Either way, the deed is done and the only thing left to do is move on. There are a ton of side quests just like this, from the White Glove Society to Boone's recruitment quest. There are a finite amount of ways the quests can end, sure, but the how is left almost entirely to the player.
I'm going to draw them away from the gate by telling them I spotted an intruder in the village. Then you slip.
Fallout New Vegas also excels in its environments and atmosphere. The Mojave Desert truly feels like a place ripe for a post-apocalyptic cowboy western, complete with familiar sights and environmental storytelling. Unlike the Capital Wasteland and the Commonwealth of Fallout 3 and 4 respectively, the Mojave Wasteland isn't completely stricken with radiation. The damage done to the desert is almost purely from the weathering caused by both nature and the collapse of American society. Its parallels to American westerns are incredibly interesting, since cowboy westerns take place on the cusp of American modernization, but Fallout New Vegas takes place after America's destruction. The world of New Vegas lends itself well to both of these ideas, creating the perfect place to play as both cowboy and or wanderer of the wastes. The Mojave Desert and the adjacent New Vegas are almost literally a sandbox. Factions play a large role in the player's journey across the Mojave. Players can align themselves with anyone and everyone gunning for supremacy of the desert. There's the New California Republic trying to establish a traditional American government in New Vegas, not dissimilar to the Enclave on the East Coast, but a little less evil. On the flip side of that coin is Caesar's Legion, an army completely themed around Roman society, complete with slaves, crucifixions, and extreme allegiance to a leader named Caesar, or Caesar. Those are the two big ones, but the Mojave would feel pretty empty without the likes of the Powder Gangers, the Brotherhood of Steel, the Kings, the Great Khans, etc., all of whom you can swear allegiance to and carry out missions for. Of course, the player can also work solo. To call Fallout New Vegas massive would be an understatement. Someone could play this game non-stop for weeks upon weeks and still discover something new after multiple playthroughs. Other additions include the ability to aim down sight, a feature that was sorely lacking from Fallout 3. It's a small improvement, considering it's best to rely on VATS, but a welcome one nonetheless. The arsenal of Fallout New Vegas could also be considered one of its most distinctive features, featuring weapon mods that improve the performance of any weapon they're attached to. This feature would see a return in Fallout 4, but what unfortunately didn't make the cut were the various amounts of ammo types. Hollow point bullets, incendiary grenade launcher rounds, and shotgun slugs are a joy to curate and use, and make a noticeable difference compared to standard ammunition. Their absence in Fallout 4 is disappointing, since specialty ammunition makes each weapon they're used with feel like a unique variant among the wasteland. The term role-playing game can be loosely interpreted, especially in video games. Sometimes it's as simple as having a narrative-driven experience complete with leveling up, turn-based combat, and quirky characters. Sometimes they're open-world games with dialogue options, side quests, and first or third-person action. However, at the end of the day, what defines RPGs are their ability to immerse the player into a world and have them take the role as a character on a great adventure. Fallout New Vegas is special because it exemplifies everything that makes an RPG great. Its story, its world, its colorful cast of vigilantes, outlaws, and allies. Its ability to allow the player to shape their story however they please, whether they want to be a silver-tongued devil or a gun for hire. It has its rough edges, but Fallout New Vegas has some of the greatest understanding of what it means to be a role-playing game.